Welcome. This is Spotlight, and I'm Pastor Dan. And we're looking for a few weeks on how to become more like Jesus, how to be transformed by beholding we become changed, you know, all of that. And so the issue that I have fought with, and most people have fought with, is what is God's part in all this? What is our part? We know it's probably not equal. But what is the balance of this? And this whole story about the truck that we did last time, you know, you get over to the side of the seat and let Jesus drive. Is that what it is? Jesus does all the driving and I just sit there. So Matthew 6:33, Jesus says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all these things will be added unto you. So what about that? What is our part? Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Seek Jesus. Get to know Jesus. Have a relationship with Jesus. What is God's part? All things. All these things will be added. You're not doing it. It's going to be added to you. So that's our relationship. You focus on a relationship. And then Jesus does everything else. Jerry Bridges is a wonderful writer, written for Navigators and written a number of books on this whole area of grace. How does this all work? Someone sent me a set of metaphors. Let me see if you like this. So let's tell a story to get into this. George Washington one time rode on his horse into a clearing in the middle of winter in Valley Forge in the Revolutionary War. And here was a lieutenant with his uniform barking, yelling at a private soldier, telling him to lift this log, and he just couldn't do it by himself. And Washington looks at this and gets down off his horse, all 6'2" George Washington, the general of the whole army, and takes the other end, and he and the private work together to lift it up. The lieutenant learns a lesson about servant leadership. Jerry Bridges used this idea of lifting a log. The first option is you lift the log. God helps those who help themselves. It's up to you to do your part. The problem is, without me, you can do nothing. You just can't do it. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. You just can't. You can maybe do it on the outside for a while, but you can't do it on the inside, and most of us can't do it very long, and we can't do all of it. We just can't. So that's no good, number one. Number two, let God do it all. That's the move over and let Jesus drive. And there are verses that seem to sound like that. 2 Chronicles 20, the whole battle of Jehoshaphat, it says, the battle is the Lord's. Don't you do anything. You just stand there and watch. When they're going to go into the promised land, God says, you're not going to have to fight. I will go in. I am giving you this land. So there are verses that sound like that. I will give you rest. All right. But instinctively, we know that we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to go to church. We're going to be doing something. God's not going to lift a whole log and we just sit and watch him. So the third idea is that we'll do it together. Jesus lift up his end, and I will shoulder my end. And we'll do this in partnership. But then we'll come back to that verse again. Without me, you can do nothing. So Jerry Bridges come to the fourth option. Yes, we're going to do this together. Jesus carries his end, and I carry mine, but I can't carry my end by myself. And so the only way I lift up my end is through the infused power, imparted power of Jesus. And God has a way of transferring his wisdom and his spiritual strength and power. Come in. And so really God is doing both ends. But on this end, I feel like I am lifting it. It looks to everyone else like I am lifting it. I am a part of this. I'm not just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch doing nothing. But everything I'm doing is by the power of God. It's always Jesus. All Jesus. This is Spotlight. Come back next time and we'll take it a little farther. God bless you. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.